What's up, you guys? Thanks for coming to hang out today. I am going to be taking you on a walk through my holiday planner setup. So I have my little Moterm A6 cover and my Harris Tweed, and right now these are set up for Thanksgiving. I do have some initial setup pages for Thanksgiving and Christmas in my Harris Tweed, which is actually my Stalogy notebook holiday planner. But we're going to start right here with the Moterm right up front. This is going to become my wallet for the month of November. I do have a little bit of birthday money left, you guys, so I might actually pick up a red or a black one to be able to swap this out for Christmas for the month of December. But for now, this one is set up for Thanksgiving. I just put some stickers without the backing pulled off, obviously. Over here on this side, I'll probably put some cards and cash in here. And then this is my $2 Walmart notebook that I exchanged for my phone, not literally, I still have my phone, obviously, but I quit social media and scrolling and Googling things and looking up recipes on my phone back in the month of May, and I swapped it for this notebook. And I love it. If you are curious to see fully through this entire notebook and hear how it went for me quitting my phone and social media back in May, I'm going to share all of that as sort of like a wrap up at the end of the year. But for now, I'm going to be taking this everywhere with me for the next 2 months. I have some shopping and meal planning and of course things like that to plan for Thanksgiving, and then also shopping and cooking and baking for the holiday season, along with some thrifting dates with my husband, all going to be in here and probably a lot more. Right now, the only page that I actually have that's any sort of setup in here is this one. And this page is going to be where I list out Advent ideas. So if you are new here, I do Advent for my husband and kiddos every single December. I have a homemade Advent calendar. I made it when the boys were really tiny. It's a wooden dowel decorated with greenery and little birds and snowflakes. And from the wooden dowel hangs a bunch of ribbons, and I put little bags on those ribbons and fill the bags as an Advent to count down from December 1st to Christmas Eve. I do have a little bit of shopping done for that already, but for the most part, I still have a lot to get and I want to brainstorm ideas. I fill the bags with anything from treats to card games, board games, and then fun activities for us to do as a family. So I'm going to be brainstorming and list making on this little page right here. I did this, well, because I obviously need the page, but I also really wanted to try out this lace ribbon from Journalsay, and I love it so much. I think it's so cute. So I'm really excited to actually use that in my holiday planner. But for now, this is all that I have set up in here. This notebook, you guys, I am not at all concerned about like my printing and things being scratched out and stuff like that in here. So this is going to be just a fun scratch paper shopping list making notebook. And then we have my Harris Tweed hand-woven wool cover. This is A5 size. This is an A5 binder. It comes with gold hardware 6-ring binder. When I got this last year, I had my husband remove those 6 rings because I wanted it to just be a A5 planner cover. I might have him put the hardware back in though. It does work really great as a cover. But the Christmas one that I will be using, this one, it does still have the hardware in here along with the paper that it comes with. And I think I want it back. I did get this to just use it as an A5 binder planner, but it's so floppy. These covers are very, very soft. If you are a lap planner like I am, this does not do very well. But I'm going to be using my Stalogy as the holiday planner, and I think just having the hardware back with a bunch of scrap paper and things for lists and jotting down notes and stuff like that, I think that will be really great. So I'm probably going to have him put the hardware back in. And I will link these for you guys down in the description below. They have so many great colors to choose from. I, of course, wanted one for my 2 favorite seasons, but they do have lots of colors and patterns to choose from. Not really patterns, I mean, it's mostly tweed plaid, but there are like thicker lines and a little bit of a different design in each of them. So let's just jump right into this one and take a look at my holiday planner. So this is a Stalogy notebook in A5. This is not the 365 notebook. This one has, I think, 120 or 160 pages. And that's perfect. I didn't want to get the bigger 365 one because I knew that some pages would go to waste. I wouldn't be able to fill them up. This is just going to be for the holidays. So Thanksgiving through to the end of the year. Not Thanksgiving, excuse me, November, because I do have a bunch of activities and things that I want to do with my family in the month of November. So not just starting at Thanksgiving, but we're going to take a look at the initial setup. Up at the front, I do have some like overall holiday planner pages, and then I did set this up for the month of November. So my inside cover is just a little washi tape pattern that I did. I love doing these inside of every single one of my Stalogy notebooks. I wanted to set the front cover up for something that would work well for the entire holiday season. So for Thanksgiving and Christmas, this ended up being pretty much entirely Christmas. I mean, not heavily handed, so there's no Santa or anything like that, but this definitely still gives the Christmas vibe and not much for November. I'm okay with it. I really love it still. Then we are starting off this holiday planner right up front with a prayer for the holidays. I wanted to keep the initial setup of this pretty simple, kind of vintage holiday theme. I said I wanted this notebook to feel like it belonged to Jo March. Let's be real though, she's so practical, she would just write in here and put nothing else. Basically, I just wanted to keep it fairly minimalist. I love this page. I'm really happy with how this turned out. The next page, however, oh, I skipped ahead. I'm trying to avoid it entirely. The next page, I'm not really happy with, you guys. So holiday cleaning, that's what this setup is for. My kiddos are like extra in the holiday spirit this year. They're already excited to decorate the house for Christmas, but I'm going to take a few days after Halloween to just have a blank home and then create a fresh start, clean and scrub everything, and then decorate the house for Christmas. But I can't say I'm happy with how this turned out, you guys. So I want to make one of these holiday planners for Thanksgiving and Christmas every year from here on out. This is something that I should have started years ago, but no time like the present. And eventually, somewhere way down the road, maybe my grandchildren will have these books to look back on as well. So I felt like I should have my own handwriting in here as much as possible, not entirely stickers and alphabet stamps, but I don't like my own handwriting. So I'm not really happy with how this turned out. I can't print in a straight line to save my life, you guys. I have an astigmatism really bad, so my printing is always slanted and wonky. It's not terrible, but I'm not happy with it. This is okay, but then when I got over here, I used click art marker pens to make a grid for my actual cleaning checklist, and those apparently do not do well in a Stalogy notebook. It's my own fault for not creating a test page at first. I just went right on in and made that grid, and it bled through the next page and the next page. So I decided that I would just cover it up, add from a notebook that I was okay with tearing pages out of. And I thought, I can cover up the mess by gluing down some scrapbook paper to make like a little bit of a background, which I, for some reason, grabbed cardstock. So this is a really thick page now. So it is what it is, you guys. I glued down cardstock and then glued a dot grid notebook page to that one and to this one where it bled through. I managed to conceal the little dots that ended up over on this page, but this one I had to entirely cover because you could just see the whole grid through the back. Nevertheless, it is what it is. I'm okay with it, I guess. This is going to be for thoughts and ideas. So, sort of like a brain dump slash checklist page. This is going to be if my kiddos say that there's a holiday activity that they want to do, or if there's a game that they heard about that they want to try out, if there's a new movie that they want to watch, a meal that they want to try, anything at all like that, I am just going to jot it down on this page. And then try to make sure that it gets included somewhere in our holidays and our festivities. Again, keeping it super simple, and I like how this one turned out. Then from here, we go into my November setup. So this is my little November cover page. I put one happy family sticker right down here because I think at the end of November, I want to put 3, maybe 4 little photos on here that are kind of like highlights from the month of November. I do really like how this turned out with the little doily in the back and the layers and the stickers. I do think this one is really pretty and still keeping it simple. I'm happy with this one. The next page is a fall bucket list. Yep, fall is pretty much close to over by the month of November, but I didn't want to do November bucket list. I put fall. There are some activities already planned, some things that my kiddos and my husband are going to go do together for sort of like a boys' day. So I'm going to list those out on here. I'm also going to refer back to this checklist of things and make sure that it actually happens in the month of November if it feels like a November activity. I also want to try to have a bonfire. Okay, but that sounds huge. By bonfire, I mean just a fire in our fire pit in our backyard. I grew up celebrating bonfire night. Remember the 5th of November. That was a big deal. It was something that I really looked forward to as a kid. You had Halloween, and then you got excited for bonfire night, and then you got excited for Christmas. So I would really love to have a fire in our fire pit for my kiddos and just roast some marshmallows, make some hot chocolate, and just have a fun, cozy night. Maybe come in and watch a movie, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, or something that feels Thanksgiving. Let me know if there are any family fun Thanksgiving specific movies that you can think of, or we might just end up watching Scooby-Doo. Anyways, I want to plan that out on this page. Then we have my baking day page. So December and Christmas time is all about those yummy sweets for baked goods. I thought this year it would be fun for the boys and I to get in the kitchen and make some savory baked goods. This is for 2 reasons. So I do want to bake some savory baked goods for around Thanksgiving time, maybe to enjoy over Thanksgiving break with my kiddos for an activity for us to do together. But also my grandparents, they live in Canada, different country from us. And for the months of November and December, I send like a daily diary to my grandparents just to make them feel like they are part of our daily lives, make them feel like they're not alone during the holiday. They're not alone. They just have less family around than they used to. So I like to send a daily diary, just little things that we're doing every day, stuff that's going on around our house, just so they feel like they are part of our festivities and holiday season. So I thought this would be great. Make some savory baked goods to enjoy over Thanksgiving break, and also make a little vlog diary to send to my grandparents. So we're going to, on this page, make a shopping list, ingredients list, and then over on this page, make a list of like what we actually baked, and then do a rating of each of those things. I think this page is so cute, so fun. The washi and the stickers are all from Journalsay. You guys linked down in the description with the discount code for you guys. I just think this is so fun and so cute. I love the washi tape down the center of the page. Okay, and then the last page that is pre-set up in here for now is our Thanksgiving page. So I'm going to do the Thanksgiving menu meal plan on here. This little cutout is going to be a gratitude list. So this will be a tip in this notebook After my family writes down what they are grateful for, I'm just going to tip it into the center of this page. From here on out, I am still going to do Thanksgiving and November and fall themed pages. If you missed the video where I initially talked about setting up a holiday planner, I share with you guys that I was inspired by my Susan Branch cookbooks, which aren't just cookbooks. So she lists recipes and notes and doodles and family stories and photos and all kinds of things in there. So this is the initial setup for the month of November and Thanksgiving, but I want to carry it on for a few pages with those things, just little notes and stories, maybe some memories of our past Thanksgivings, recipes, all kinds of things. And once we fill a few more pages with gratitude and recipes and things for the month of November, then I will set this up for December. So definitely come back because I am going to be setting it up with you guys, or at least I'll share the flip through of the setup like this with you guys for December. And we will be moving into this Christmas Harris Tweed. I'm happy with how this turned out, you guys. I know it's a little bit of a wonky mess with this super thick cleaning page in here and my thoughts and ideas, but it's okay. It's just going to be chunky when it's all filled up. And that's what I was really looking forward to. And I'm excited to get into it, fill it up for Thanksgiving, and then come back and share it with you guys. I will do a flip through, maybe not of like if there's personal stories and photos in here, but I will definitely show you some of the highlights from November in this when we come back to set it up for the month of December. And that's it for my initial holiday planner setup, you guys. Let me know what you think. Are you doing a holiday planner this year? Do you do one already? What are you most looking forward to for the month of November and the holiday season? Are you already plotting and planning your Thanksgiving or even your Christmas? Have you started shopping yet? Let me know. I am so looking forward to catching up with you down in the comments below. That's all for this one, you guys. I will see you in my next one. Tell your dog I said hi. Bye, guys.